Hello, welcome to part 3 of how to build your own synthesizer. So what have we done? So we've created a oscillator, a sawtooth. We've created an ADSR modulation for it. We've also created a two-pole filter with different filter types, a high pass, a band pass, and a low pass, with a cutoff and a resonance. So what don't we have? We don't have a lot of things, but what more importantly don't we have? We don't have options of different oscillators. So I'm going to give you or show you how to do this, how to create a text box with a sawtooth, a triangle, and a sine wave, and options to cycle through the different ones. I'm also going to show you how to get this layout to make it look a little bit nicer as a user interface, something that's more attractive and different. Yeah, I like that word. So what we want to do now is go back into your instrument view. Again, you won't have any of this, so I'm going to delete what you won't have. So you won't have that, and you won't have that. What you will have though is you'll have the if I go back to that, you will have the sawtooth connected to the two-pole filter as we did last time. So what we want to do now is we want to create a couple more oscillators. So like we did it in the first tutorial, built-in module, and then click on a triangle, oscillator, sine, and then put them underneath the sawtooth, like so. Then what we want to do is we want to create a switch, like so, again, that will control all our different sawtooths, all our different oscillators. So that again, you need to go into function and create 3 ports. Connect them all back in like so. Change the names like we did earlier on to a saw, a tri, and a sine. And then I'm going to connect the output of that switch into the two-pole filter. And then what you want to do then is connect the outputs all to from the ADSR to the amplitudes and the pitch to the note pitch. Again, mine's a bit funny. Make sure that it's always active, so then that's all connected. And there we are. We have different options. So if we go over here, I'll show you them options. So you'll have the switch with different oscillators. Sorry, different waves. Right, so what we want to do then is change this view and make it look a little bit more snazzy. So I have already done that, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So click on your panel and move the switch to where you want it to go. Now I've already moved this to where I need it to be. You can move it wherever you like. The thing is with an interface, it's not so much you're doing it wrong, it's how you want it to look. I want mine to look like this, so that's what I've done. Now I want to click on that switch and I want to click on view, and I'm going to change the oscillator switch to a menu. Sorry, not a menu, a text panel, like so. And I've done the same on the switch for the filter. I've also changed the size of the controls for my ADSR envelope to medium, just on here. But you can change the style to a horizontal fader, vertical fader, or the knob. And then the same with the filter, I've changed them to a horizontal fader for each one, with a numerical value on the side that shows us what we're cycling between. So it's between 20 to 120. Resonance will be 0 to 0.98. And a switch there just to change between the two. What you can also do is change the color. So over here, when you click on it'll be tan for you. When you click on that, you can change the color over here. The panel, all you got to do is click on the panel, choose color, and just for the sake of argument, let's change it to a different color, blue. Bang, there we go. Indicator, choose that. At the moment, I've got it as a green. If I want to change it to a pink. There we are. Let's change it there. Again, you can do that for your graph line, your graph fill, and your graph background. Now, I haven't done it for the graph background, but I'll do it just to show you what it looks like. There we go. But black, to me, looks better. Anyway, yeah, so what I've shown you how to do there is create a switch to cycle through different oscillators. What I'm going to do in the next episode is I'm going to show you more modulation techniques to expand your capabilities with this synthesizer. But at the moment, I've shown you how to create a synthesizer. You know now how to do this with different modulation, and there's nothing stopping you creating with this, opening it up in your favorite DAW of choice, and actually creating a song with it. Again, you are limited right now with what you've got, so there's certain things you can't do, like LFOs, but you could do that with processing. But regarding making a sound is what we're concentrating on. We're concentrating on sounds and creating them within synthesis. You've got everything you can possibly do with it. What I'm going to do in the next episode, like I mentioned, is show you more techniques. I'm going to experiment a little bit as well. I'm going to show you just different ways of doing things. But right now, I've showed you the standard of what's expected and what you can kind of, it's kind of the foundations of what can come later. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. I'll see you in part 4.